Head coach is Mark James. He will be joined by Shaheem Dowdy, quarterback, and Joseph Blanks, linebacker. Sports Information Director is Jim Juno.
Gentlemen, good morning. Creighton Raps from Hero Sports. Coach, you come into last season and you began a turnaround, and now you look at some of the preseason chatter that this might be one of the tightest CIAA North races in quite some time. I mean, talk about the challenges of building off of last season.
Well, first of all, it was a great opportunity. Last season gave us a great opportunity to get a start of what we wanted to get accomplished. We were able to turn it around from 3-7 to 7-3. All credit be to my assistant coaches and the players that put forth the work to be able to get there.
Let me start you first, Coach, about some of the players. Talk about some of the position battles coming into camp, and then afterwards, Shaheem, and then Joe, if you want to talk about some of the players on your respective units who you think are going to have an impact this year. So, Coach?
Yeah, basically what I think about position battles, there is no battle. The best person that is in that position will play. Going in right now, it's a clean slate, starting from scratch, being able to build back where we were.
Well, coming in from the offense side of you, we have no important player. Everybody plays a role, and no man is better than the other.
On the defensive side, I would just say the expectations are still there. We set the tempo last year with. I feel like we have one of the top defenses in the nation, and we're going to do the same thing this year.
Hi, Coach. John Emmett, WVST Radio. When you guys came here last year, you sat up there and your players talked a lot about goals and winning championships, and it was really clear to me from their body language and how they were going about their business that they had bought in. So obviously internally you guys have very high expectations. Now I would think that after last year the external expectations are a little bit higher. How do you deal with that?
Well, external expectations are always a good thing. I think if you're not challenging yourself and challenging the people around you, you're positioning yourself to lose. We enjoy the edge of competition. We put forward the work to be able to try to be successful, and that's the direction we want to go.
At the end of the day, what do you think has to go right for your team to be here in mid-November?
I think we just have to play. Everybody has to play their role. What the young man said is that we don't try to single out anybody. We're one team, one family, based on unity. Everybody coming together, playing together is going to be the recipe for any success that we will have.
Hey, Coach Reggie Howell, Sports Talk 1450 WCLM. Talk about last year being your first year. What are some of the things you learned that you can use to follow up for this year?
Well, in last year there were many lessons as a rookie head football coach that I look to build upon, look to be stronger in. One of the areas, that we are strengthening and we're, going to be an emphasis going forward is definitely penalties. Penalties cost us last year if you look at the stats, and obviously, with injuries toward the end of the season. So we just plan on putting a lot more work and emphasis on correcting some of those things, being in better shape, being physically ready and mentally ready to play at all games that we play.
Coach, talk a little bit about your relationship with Coach Joe Taylor. I mean, clearly, if you look at his resume, Class Act, what has his toolage done in order to help you as far as preparing for the games?
I think it's important that people understand that, you have leaders and then you have leaders. You have people that make change. He has infused change on our campus, which is matriculated to the football program and all the other programs on campus. So winning likes winning, okay, and winning breeds winning. So we're hoping that from his success will breed success onto us.
And a follow-up, if I may, Coach, right now, when it comes to a young freshman coming in and also some transfers, what are some of the support systems that the football and also administration have in place for the young men so they won't have any problems off the field?
Well, that's one of the areas we're proud of. We went from a team GPA from a 2.18 to a 2.7 year. So all those support systems that we've put in place actually have worked for our young men, and we just plan on continuing building upon that.
Can you talk about some of the speakers that you have come in and talk? impact?
Yeah, we brought in speakers from all over the country to be able to speak to our young men, but not only coaches, high school coaches in the area, just trying to bring back and improve the milieu on our campus.
Okay.